Jesus freak here. And this is what they call a January thaw. Now, it's very sunny out. Enough that I'm getting a bit dazzled here, so don't mind my eye. So, I think I'll bring up a few things that I've noticed lately. And let's get a bit political. So, in my chat room, a few of us were having a bit of a heated dispute about the nature of the shooting of Renee Good in Minneapolis, with one person saying that she was trying to run the ICE officer down, and another saying no, she was trying to run away. So I was trying to avoid the video, but I decided to see what I could find out, and I watched a video on this one guy's channel, and he was showing two different shots, and he specifically said that this one shot that was taken from a distance and at a weird angle was probably the one that ICE supporters would latch onto, because it did look kind of like she was trying to run the guy down from that distance and from that angle. But a closer shot showed that no matter how fast she tried to accelerate, there's no way she could have killed him, meaning there was no justification, at least as I see it, for him to then turn and execute her at point blank range. See, law enforcement is law enforcement. They're not judge, jury, and executioner. That's for the court system to do. But ICE especially, but police in general, have a problem with roided out meatheads LARPing as soldiers with itchy trigger fingers. Take that as you may. Okay. Next issue. Iran. What's my opinion on the situation in Iran? It's hard to know really what's going on, since a lot of the information has a very pro right-wing bias by U.S. standards, which is ironic given that the right wing here would be supporting the left wing there, and the right wing there hates our guts. So I think Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, the son of the late Shah, you know, the last Shah was about a rat bastard, so take that as you may. But apparently, he thinks, if there needs to be some kind of a shift in the government over there, that what they need is a constitutional government, be it a monarchy or, be it something like Canada or the UK or something like here or France or Germany. We're not talking, like other kingdoms in that general area where the king basically does what he wants. And I agree on that. Iran needs a government that isn't controlled by a dictator of any sort. But here's another problem. You see, if the West gets involved, and the West is going to mean the US and Israel, it's just going to confirm to the rest of the Middle East everything that they think about the US and Israel being the great Satan. This is really something that the Iranians have to do, and from what I'm hearing, they're doing pretty good here. I'm hearing rumors from both sides that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is thinking about flying the coop and running away to Moscow. Hey, see any connections here? Is it like all the dictators are somehow connected to Russia somehow these days? But yeah, someone might say, like I said, the previous Shah or king of Iran was about a rat bastard who was set up by the American government, and that's what led to the previous Ayatollah taking power back in '79, before I was born. Reza Pahlavi is not Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. He's a different person. And he's got different political notions. Perhaps because he's lived in the US for decades. So when he says, he's willing to step aside if that's what they want, or he's willing to lead if that's what they want, props, mad props.
Wait.
I think he's what they need right now, as far as, leader of the Rebel Alliance, so to speak, if I may get a bit Star Warsy. But, afterwards we'll see. I have to have mixed feelings on a lot of things. You know, we like to think that things are simple, that we know who's good and evil, that there's no in between. I said this before. Reality doesn't like to be stuck in binaries like that. And we can't get into that kind of thinking. Venezuela. That was none of our damn business. We didn't need to be going in like, H.W. Bush back in the late 80s, going in and taking out Manuel Noriega in Panama or whatever it was. We didn't need to be doing that with Nicolas Maduro. Sure, he was a rat bastard. Sure, there were a lot of questions about his election. But that's a matter for Venezuela to deal with. One of the reasons that a lot of governments hate us so much, and a lot of people think of us as the great Satan, is because we do go around, especially in the Middle East and in Latin America, and we go around trying to act like we run things. We make a lot of stuff worse by getting in the way. The rest of the world can handle itself. They don't need our help. If they needed it, they'd ask for it. All right, there's my 2 cents on the matter. Jesus, freak out.